All right, we are tripling down this week. Third day in a row making the videos. Today I just wanted to talk about mainly one concept, and it's not going to take that long to get through, so we'll see where this goes. But what I want to talk about is just simply the power of getting started. Because, motivation is hard to come by these days, especially in a world full of, stimulants and things that produce dopamine in our brains already. It's really hard to just, start doing something that you don't really want to do. Now, the reason I'm talking about this is not because of the gym, because I have no problem getting to the gym. That's not objectively true. I do still procrastinate when I'm going. Whether or not I'm going is not a question. I'm definitely going, but I do still end up on my phone kind of scrolling, sitting there man, this is dumb. I could be doing this on the bike after my workout. But alas, I feel like, I guess even with the gym, that sometimes you just need to start, especially if you're someone like me who has big aspirations, big goals and stuff like that. It can be hard to start just because you're I don't want to do it until I can do it right, But can you imagine if you, that's kind of a dumb mentality, I feel like. I'm not saying don't invest or don't wait for a good time to do things, but I am saying that you can't be waiting for the perfect opportunity to do things, because at least for most goals that you have and most things going on, the best time to do it was yesterday. It's like that old saying that's best time to plant a tree is 200 years ago, second best time is today. That applies to all of us, I feel like. But anyway, yeah, I don't mean to lecture or anything like that. I'm just saying that sometimes I have a hard time wanting something. Maybe it's even something that I want, I always want to work hard at work, but I don't always feel like working hard, it's easy to want to work hard when the weather's nice and it's in the middle of the day, you got energy. But when you're up at 4 a.m. and it's 12 degrees on your job site, hypothetically speaking, or this morning, your choice, it can be kind of hard. It can be kind of hard to feel like working hard, to feel like you want to do it. But sometimes it just takes starting, maybe just try and act like you're working hard, and the next thing you know, you find yourself actually working hard. I've seen that happen with myself for sure. But yeah, that's all I was really thinking about today, aside from just work, is that sometimes you don't have the best angle of attack, and so you kind of just got to go for it. It's actually one time I was in Canada doing I wouldn't even call it a service project. I was more just helping this lady with her yard. But she had these bushes that, the best way I can describe it is a large, ugly bonsai tree. And it was totally overgrown. The reason I liken it to a bonsai tree is because it had like these windy branches, and it only really grew green on top. Like the front was just brown and ugly. And so it was the only real like green bush part was on top. And she just wanted us to like trim these bushes, and I'm like, I genuinely have no idea what you want me to do with this thing. I mean, half of it is broken. I wouldn't know where to start cutting if I if I wanted to. Like I have no idea where to go with this. And my friend and I were just sitting there like, what do we even do? So finally I just had the feeling, and it's like, I'm gonna just whack it. Like, I had this landscaper's rake, and I just freaking whacked the bush. And I just kind of kept whacking it until the broken branches, some of the big broken branches kind of fell, so that it like opened up the bush so that you could actually like cut away the dead branches and stuff. And then next thing we know, I mean, it was like actually not that bad. Like we could do this. We got a vision, and it looked half decent at the end. Dare I even say good, even though, but I don't know. I don't know if I'd say good because I don't really know what that bush is supposed to look like. I don't know if I've ever seen one before, but it definitely looked significantly better when we were done. But the story is not about the bush, though. The story is just about sometimes you just gotta stick with what you know and just kind of go for it, and then improve from there. Because I feel like sometimes you're doing something, and I guess we could bring it back to the gym, You're in there and you're like, I just feel like I don't know what the most optimal, like most effective workouts are. And so I just don't really feel like working out. But the fact of the matter is that there's no such thing as like most effective workout for everybody. Like, truthfully, what's most effective is what you go 100% on, and like what you feel like feels the best for you. And the only way to find that out is get in there and do it yourself. And along with that, the best way to learn new workouts and learn new things is from the people that are in the gym working out there. I mean, you got social media, but social media doesn't really show it to you like being there in person. And it definitely doesn't show it to you like asking someone there for help. So if the gym is where you feel like this analogy is applying for you, just go. Just go. And you don't have to like go with the intention of losing all that weight in one day, or you don't have to go with the intention of gaining all that muscle you want in one day. Just go because you want a good workout. Set a small and achievable goal that's a part of a bigger and one day achievable goal. So yeah, the plan for today is another arm day. Sometimes I do chest, back, and legs, and then arms and shoulders. But because of my knee, I'm just going to give it another day to rest. It is feeling like 90% though. I mean, I haven't tried jumping on it or running or anything, but I felt fine doing cardio yesterday on the bike, which I think has helped with the recovery a lot. And I felt fine at work today. I put in 10 hours by 2 p.m., so I'm feeling pretty good about that. But still, gonna do some arms today. I've been, in the past couple arm days, I've done kind of like alternating in between biceps and triceps, just so that at the end I get a really satisfying pump of like the biceps pumped all the way up and your triceps pump all the way up at the same time, look huge. But I'm kind of in a little bit more of a hurry. I got like a test to take later today, and I'd like to make it to my church activity tonight. So I think I'm just going to be sticking with the workout and the cardio, no posing practice in between. But I'm only a couple pounds away. I think 3 pounds is like one of the calculators I looked at said, and I think that's about right. It's about 2 weeks, week and a half, we'll see, away from 5% body fat. And that of course is if I stay locked in. I've been having a harder time in the moment staying locked in when it comes to the eating, though, just because like it's been a long time since I've had, just like Oreos and stuff. Like I have treats and stuff every once in a while at like my grandma's house or at home or whatever, but yeah, when it's just me in my apartment, I mean, meat, some rice, like it's not a lot of treats. So I'm not gonna be like diving back into the treats anytime soon. Like I'm not gonna be buying my own Oreos or whatever, but I'm definitely gonna be looking forward to bringing more carbs and more fats back into my diet, just because for a while it's been pretty much just protein, like looking for things that are as close to that 4 calories to 1 gram of protein ratio as I can get, which really there's not that many foods that are that way. I'd say it's just tough because like meat has, even if it's like half a gram of fat to a gram of protein in that cut of meat, which is pretty lean, then you still have more calories from fat than from protein, because fat's 9 calories per gram. Or like even a lot of protein powders, they'll have like a pretty decent amount of calories per scoop for how much protein you're getting. And that's because you want it to taste good or edible. But that minimum amount of carbs and minimum amount of fats is just not, quite frankly, it's not that fun anymore. So yeah, I'm looking forward to having a little bit more balance. But I've been doing better about making most of my protein. I've at least for the last month, I've been eating 90%, I'd say, of the protein that I eat. Like very seldom from protein shakes. And I'm not anti-protein shake. People are like, oh, the process. No, it's literally just milk protein. Like, it's pretty good for you, I'd say. I just don't find it that filling, so I don't try and get that much protein from shakes. I try and get it from more like filling sources, especially eggs. Like egg whites, really good. Eggs is another thing I look forward to eating. I've been eating just egg whites for a while, and I've been missing some yolk. I'm not gonna lie. It's pretty good compared to just the protein part of the egg. I mean, egg white's fantastic source of protein, don't get me wrong, but not a ton of flavor. So yeah, anyway, I'll see y'all later.